Rod, host of The Greatest Story Ever Told for 88.3 FM out of Cincinnati. I'm here with a couple guys in a couple different bands here playing down at the Terrapin Hill Harvest Festival. Beautiful place in the fall to come and visit if you like local music, especially bluegrass. I've got a couple guys from Ballin' in the Mash and the Wheelhouse Rounders here. I'll let you guys introduce yourselves and tell us a little bit about yourselves and about the two different bands you're in as far as members who aren't here.
My name is Josh Coffey, and I play fiddle, mandolin, and other string instruments. Started playing when I was 5. And, met these guys at Murray State while we were all in college there, and that's when Ballin' in the Mash started. I think in 2005. Is that right? 4 or 5, I don't know. Yeah,
Somewhere in that age.
And so we've been rolling with that for a while, and the Wheelhouse Rousters we started as kind of a side project to focus on more river type songs, specifically gathered by a really good musicologist from Paducah, Kentucky. Her name is Mary Wheeler, and she gathered all these river songs from Packet Man, and I'll let Nathan talk more about her. He's a historian.
Oh, well, that's good.
Here you go. Use that term loosely. My name's Nathan Lynn, and I'm in both bands we were just discussing. Yeah, Mary Wheeler recorded the roustabouts that were living in Paducah and Smithland that had worked on the packet boats in the late 19th century, early 20th century. She wrote all this down and published 2 books about all these river songs, and so that's what the Wheelhouse Rousters are out to do, is bring awareness to this great collection of American folk music that has
Lost collection.
Lost collection, yeah. It's a rare thing to find.
So how did she end up eventually finding people who were familiar with the music?
Well, she studied at Cincinnati Conservatory, and when she was getting ready to write her thesis, she went back to Paducah to live for a while. This was after living in Berea and recording mountain songs there. Now this was before oral histories or anything, so she was actually handwriting notation. She remembered the rousters that from when she was a child and how they used to sing when they were loading. So she started just going out, and you can imagine, this is 1920s and 30s. Here's this schooled, real elegant lady going out and trying to find these predominantly black men and women, and she got them to talk, and she would listen to their songs, write down the words, and remember the melody in her head, and then go back to her house and play the melody out and write that out. So.
That's cool. That's cool. So, who else is here in the bands, both of them, that couldn't make it today? You want to tell us a little bit about them?
Oh, sure, yeah. In the Wheelhouse Rousters, it's a 3-piece. It's myself, Nathan, and Eddie Coffey, who is also my father.
I was gonna say, relative, maybe.
Yeah. And he plays bass and some guitar for us. Concerning Ballin' in the Mash, it's a 6-piece group right now, and we have Ray McCoy on drums and percussion and xylophone, whatever he wants to play. Casey Campbell, he plays banjo and electric guitar, and Tommy Oliverio, who plays acoustic mandolin.
Excellent. So how did you guys all end up meeting, getting together, I guess down in Murray State?
Yeah, we started there.
You just felt a need to have that type of band for that region, eh?
Yeah, absolutely. We were wanting to just pick, and we were like, well, we should play some shows.
So how'd you guys end up getting the name for the 2 bands as far as Ballin' in the Mash and the Wheelhouse Rousters?
Ballin' in the Mash comes from a Mark Twain story, a true story. It's a short story he wrote, and we opened a book up, and the term Ballin' in the Mash was there.
Kind of like the Grateful Dead thing when they
it worked out well for us. Worked out well for them, so we figured, hey, it looks pretty good for us. So.
Definitely.
Yeah, and it's a lady discussing she wasn't born in the mash or born in the mash to be fooled by trash. whether it means born in the swamps or born in sour mash, either one's all right with us, I guess.
Excellent. What about the Rousters? How'd they end up getting their name?
That's rising of the steamboat men is what we like. We're trying to get people to remember steamboats and the time that was going on.
The old wheelhouse.
So, wheelhouse, and we're rousting them up, I guess.
So when you guys get together and make an album, you know, writing original music, who do you think your musical and lyrical influences are as far as the way you write music, or even some of the songs you bring into the band as far as getting it, trying to sneak into the repertoires?
Influences. Well, I don't know. There's so many to list. What? There's so many to list. I guess with the Wheelhouse Rousters, we're going for a more old-timey style. So maybe people like Gillian Welch and David Rollins.
Louis Armstrong.
Yeah.
Hey, you can chime right in whenever, man.
Fats Domino. Tommy Jarrell, who's a great old-time fiddler. I take a lot of influence from him. Yeah, just really anything we listen to, I guess we're bound to be influenced by.
Right,
you know.
right. So who do you think? What would you guys say if someone met you guys on the street, hadn't heard of your band, or hadn't seen you down at Terrapin here yet? How would you describe your sound to them in just a quick sentence or two, as far as both bands go? Are they more traditional? The roustabout spirit of the old Rivermen?
Okay.
Yeah, I think with the Wheelhouse Rousters, we would say if you're looking to experience a window into the past of the river
Some
culture,
lost Americana.
lost American music,
Right.
string music, it's a good place to start. With the mash, we try to be able to play whatever we want. We love all types of music, whether it's pop radio or the Grateful Dead or
Right.
Sinatra.
Sinatra, huh?
It's coming. It's coming.
We haven't done a Sinatra tune yet. But.
So we try to bring all elements of American music that we can.
Excellent. So what do you guys like best? Playing in the studio for an album per se, or being out on the road playing live in front of people?
Oh man, well there's nothing better than a good live show and the energy of everyone. I personally love being in the studio as well. We get to really hone our craft and
Without the distractions of playing
yeah,
live.
yeah, and we can just really focus on the music. Not that we don't do that same thing in a live show, it's just much different. You know, we're going for the feeling of all of us together, you know, and if we're trying to make something, I guess, lasting rather than just in the moment, the studio is a great place for that.
Right.
I think.
Have any thoughts?
Yeah, I mean the festival's great, loving it, and it's a total different energy. But you know, when I listen to the Grateful Dead or Fish, there's a time I want to listen to a live show. But those bands' studio albums are phenomenal. I mean, and I think a lot of people should listen to those more. I feel like we get caught up in listening to the live shows over
Right,
and over.
this version of this song, from
And-
this day,
yeah.
such, yeah.
You know, bands take pride in their studio work, and I think we do the same thing. So it's fun to do both those, and I feel very blessed that we can do those things.
Excellent. So suppose someone saw you here at Terrapin, really liked you guys. Where could they go to check out some of your music? Is there any way to purchase any of the albums you guys have out? Maybe a Facebook or official.com website?
The Wheelhouse Rousters, we've, like I said, just got started a couple months ago. We have a Facebook page.
And already playing Terrapin, wow.
Yeah. We got really lucky. Our first show was for KET, and they wanted to focus on Western Kentucky, specifically Paducah music. And so they came to Paducah, and we threw this group together and
Wow.
had a really good set. And so that's how Terrapin contacted us. They saw the KET program, which was really awesome. And then I was like, well, why don't you book Barn on the Mash too? So
Because we're here wanting to play here a
acts,
while.
That's right. You guys are like Jake and Elwood.
Yeah, but with that band, with the Wheelhouse Rousters, we have good show coming up in Paducah. We're opening for Shooter Jennings at Maiden Alley Cinema. Bon and the Mash. We have a website, bonandthemash.com, and our Facebook page. All our albums, we have 4 albums you can download on iTunes. And the Mash is playing Bristol Rhythm and Roots Festival, Bristol, Tennessee. And that's the September 20th through 23rd, I think. So that's our next shows.
Sounds good. Sounds good. Any other big plans for 2013 that you're looking forward to?
Yeah, we're looking to record, hopefully with both bands. We've been studying the Mary Wheeler material for about 2 years now, leading up to this. So while we just started playing, we've been working on this. So we're hoping to record that album late fall, early winter, and the Mash should be having some face-melting material out soon as well.
So hopefully by next year, both albums will be out. So
yeah,
that's good. That's good. So we'll just wrap it up here with a quick question or two. You guys, when you look back, I'm sure both of you started playing music at a young age. When you look back through all the years, is there any one memory you can touch on that you could probably just say and best describe as your best musical memory?
Well, there's been a bunch. One that comes to mind is we got a chance to play with Vince Herman from Leftover Salmon with his group. I can't think of their name right now.
Taxi.
Great American Taxi. Yeah, and we were on a steamboat on the Spirit of Peoria, right outside of Peoria, Illinois, on the river there, and we got to float and play a show. A whole lot of fun. Vince Herman is
always
smoking.
Yeah. He's a good guy. But that's one of my favorites.
What about you, Nate?
Again, there's a ton. We've been doing this a while, but I would say one of my best is we've got the chance to play on the Delta Queen as well, and we played. We rode from Paducah down to Cairo, Illinois, overnight, and were treated like kings. And something about being able to ride through that stretch of our country. We've had the chance to ride and play on a number of boats, and it's a really good time. So yeah, Delta Queen, one of my favorites.
That sounds good. Have you guys got any shout outs or any thanks you'd like to give for people that helped you guys out along the way? Any friends, family, fans?
No, there's a bunch. Phil Harris has been a great friend and helped us out of Nashville, and Alex Fott, the Campbell brothers,
Peggy Coffee.
She's our rock. She's always there, and the Great Spirit. He's always watching.
Exactly. All right. Well, we just got one more quickie here. I'll let you guys get on with a little pick in here. What do you think your favorite Grateful Dead song is, if you're a fan?
Favorite Grateful Dead song. Well, I just learned Ripple the other day, and I'm really loving that one. I love the feeling of that song. Yeah, right now, today is Ripple.
Excellent.
Tomorrow it might be different.
I saw you thinking real hard over there.
Oh man, this is a tough question. This time of the year I listen to Mars Hotel.
Right.
I don't know why.
It's a good album, that's fine.
It feels like fall to me. But I think Bertha is one of my favorite Dead songs. I don't know why. It just has a good groove to it. There's so many. And we saw the Rumpke Mountain Boys do I Wanna Say It to My Sisters and My
Brothers.
Yeah. Which is a JGB song, I guess. Or I don't know who does that.
Yeah.
That's a good tune right now in my head too.
Excellent. All right. Well, I just want to say thanks for dropping by. We'll get off the mic here, let you guys pull the untruth out case and pick a tune or two. So thanks for joining us. I appreciate it. It's fun.
Yeah.